3 of the 2015 NBA Finals goes to, drumroll please, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hello everybody and welcome to a new edition of the Phantom Sports Report. I am your host, Nick Brolis. I am your Canton source for Cleveland sports. This edition of the Phantom Sports Report is brought to you by Cafe 80s. They are on Facebook at The Cafe 80s. They're also on the internet, thecafe80s.net. And please feel free to follow them on your smartphones with the Bands in Town app, The Cafe 80s. Now, what a Game 3 it was between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Cavaliers came out of the gate real quickly, just the way that I wanted them to. Golden State responded, just as I thought they would. Then the third quarter rolled around, and it was like Golden State was just done. Count me out right then and there. But at the start of the fourth quarter, when they went to an aerial shot of downtown Cleveland, the people that I was watching the game with, I told them, this game is going to be a lot closer than that score. And sure enough, everybody, whether you were a Warriors fan or a Cavs fan, was on the edge of their seats for the final 5 minutes of the game. Unbelievable, and once again, the NBA Finals Game 3 broke another ABC record for most viewed Finals game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. LeBron, another outstanding game. And just when I thought J.R. Smith would be the talk of the town, after the first quarter he went silent. And who but Dellavedova comes up big. Unbelievable game for Dellavedova, whether it was scoring, defense, and especially throwing his body around to get those loose balls. The hustle plays. That's what wins you ball games, regardless of the sport. So, here's the thing. Are you at the point to where now that Cleveland's up 2-1, and they got one more game at home for right now, and then obviously Game 6 back here in Cleveland, but are you at the point to where you think that the Cavs are going to win the NBA Finals this year? I'm not at that point yet. Golden State is the type of team that can come back and still take the series. Now, I'm not saying just because they came back and beat Memphis in their series because they were down 2-1 in that series. I'm not saying it for that reason. But Golden State showed some signs last night that they're coming out of their funk. But for Cavaliers fans' sake, let's hope that if Curry's coming back, Thompson takes a step back. Let's hope that. Now, Dellavedova was released from the hospital today after being dehydrated. He got plenty of fluids in him. He's good to go. Shumpert good to go for Game 4. Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Oh boy, we already talked about that the last show. But even if the Cavaliers win Game 4 tomorrow night, still going to consider it a series. They have to win this series for me to be like, alright, we did it. We actually did it. So, your thoughts. My email is nickbrolis8404@yahoo.com. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter at mbrolis. None of you are, which I don't know why, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't do a whole lot of tweeting anyways. But the finals are exactly as to what I thought that they were going to play out as. This is one of the best final series I think any of us have seen. At least, in my opinion, they are. Now, let's switch over to the Indians. They took 3 or 4 from Seattle last week. Well, they lost in a close one last night, and Kluber again getting no run support. When is Kluber going to start getting some run support? Because if he did, I guarantee he'd be getting more attention for the All-Star game. By the way, go to Indians.com to vote for Michael Brantley and Jason Kipnis. They really need your help. I think Kipnis is 4th right now, and Brantley's 6th. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they really do deserve to go to the All-Star game this year. Now, as far as the Indians, they really need to try to salvage at least one game out of this 3-game series against Seattle. But, as I told you on the last Phantom Sports Report, I really, really hope that they can win the series against Detroit coming up at the end of this week. I really hope they can at least take 2 out of 3. If you sweep them, all good. But they're still 6.5 back. And again, the offense, it's sputtering again. It's starting to sputter. I have no faith in Michael Bourne. And as we all seen, they sent Jose Ramirez and Lonnie Chisenhall down to Columbus. And I, for one, in case any of you guys haven't been paying attention to the minor league system lately, Lindor's not ready to come up. Defensively, he is. Offensively, he's not. Plus, from what I've been hearing, he's been having some back issues. So they don't need that. I want them to be within 5 games by the All-Star break. If they can do that, I'm sticking with my predictions. Now, for those of you that are planning on attending the Browns Family Day, it's on Friday, August the 7th. They're moving it from Infocision Stadium, which is where it was last year, down to Ohio Stadium in Columbus, home of the Buckeyes. So, I have no new information on that. I don't know if you're going to have to register. I'm sure you will, because they did that last year. But for those of you that are interested in attending the Browns Family Day scrimmage, it is down in Columbus at the Horseshoe. So if you're interested, I'm going to have more details for you as they come along. There's really not a whole lot else to talk about, nothing new recruiting-wise, but I will tell you that the Phil Steele College Football Preview magazine will be coming out, hitting stores, I think that he said sometime around middle of July. So, for those of you huge, big college football fans, it is an absolute must. Heck, even the college football coaches, regardless of the division, they get it because it's packed with so much information. So, you're going to really be listening for when that release date's going to be, because I guarantee you, you're going to want it. I got it last year, and I found myself diving into it. So, with that being said, again, tomorrow night, pivotal in my opinion, pivotal, Game 4 for the Cavs. They must win that, because I'm telling you right now, we don't want to find ourselves going to Game 7 over in Oakland. My name is Nick Rollis. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Phantom Sports Report. I am your Canton source for Cleveland sports.